The argument was over the fact that Nigerians don't help people who are stranded or injured by the roadside. They say that when you see someone involved in an accident or someone dying on the road, you leave them because Nigerians don't tend to save them because at the end of the day, you might be the one to be blamed because our country is just messed up that you have to be careful and you don't know who is plotting some evil against you by the roadside or anything. But now the narrative has changed. Everyone, people have kind of summoned, should I call it courage now? The people are now more civil and more caring. That people have come out of their shell to help people on the roadside. This time around, helping someone on the roadside wasn't the issue. Moradeun Balogun was stabbed. She was robbed and was stabbed, and people actually helped her. They didn't leave her at the roadside to die. She was helped. She was rescued. She wasn't dead when they met her there. She was rescued and was taken to the hospital. When I saw the headline, the fact that I saw a new graduate caught me at first. And I said to, check on the story and know what is going on because Moradeun was trending everywhere. And I saw a picture, and unfortunately, she happened to be someone that I know. I know the face. I know her. I'm not touched right now just because she ended up being someone I know. But it's so sad that our country is so backwards. Moradeun was helped. She was taken to the hospital. She was losing blood, a lot of blood, but she was still breathing. And all the hospital could do was to ask for a police report. Now, it is not even enough. We blame government for a whole lot of things in Nigeria. When things happen, we say the government this, the government that. And in this particular case, the government has nothing to do with it at all. The government has passed the bill a few years back that in no case should hospitals demand for police report when there are emergencies. The first thing is to, attend to the injured, attend to that emergency, and make sure that the person is safe. And this particular hospital, I'm sure you guys have matrons, and I think matrons are supposed to be the oldest. I don't know how you put it, but most hospitals I've gone to, matrons are always like the oldest nurses in the hospital. You're supposed to be, have some kind of heart. What if it was your daughter? What if it was your granddaughter? What if it was someone that you even knew? You don't have to ask for a police report. It's just to say that lives don't matter to us again in this country. Everything is so messed up that we don't even care about anything anymore. Lives don't matter at all. People were kind enough to save this girl. That means even if you guys were the ones who saw her by the roadside, you'd have probably left her there to bleed to death. Really, police reports? And how do hospitals, and there are also the other rumors that it's not just about the police report, but they don't even have the resources to take care of her, should I say equipment, what's the word, to attend to her. It is, I think at the end of the day, government even has something to do about this. If it is about the fact that they don't have enough, enough things to take care of her, and they had to, suggest that she should be referred to a general hospital, why would the government approve of hospitals who are not equipped enough? Why would we have a lot of rubbish hospitals? Now a life is gone and can never be taken back. I'm sure she. I'm wearing a hat or a face cap right now that says Journey of Life. I'm sure she had a very wonderful journey. Eventually, at the end of the day, I found out that I have friends who knew her very well back in school. We went to the same school. And I saw the beautiful things everyone has been writing about her. She had dreams, she had aspirations, she had a lover, she had a boyfriend. And the rumors have it that they are getting married soon. Just like that, life is cut short. That means anyone can die anytime. And at the end of the day, your it will happen that your death could have been avoided. A lot of people die from deaths from circumstances that could have been avoided, but because of a lot of people's negligence, they died. Moradeun's life has just ended just like that. Her journey has just ended just like that. The family is presently going through a whole lot of trauma. Our close friends are going through a whole lot of trauma. Yes, she would have lost blood, but the highest that would have happened was just to ask for blood for blood donations to save her life. She got to the hospital. Jeez. We are crying for 911 or for something like 911 for an emergency line. We can't get that. And now, good citizens took it upon themselves to be the emergency line themselves and took her to where she would get the care, where she would get the treatment, and she was rejected. I think this hospital should be closed down. And I think everyone that works in that hospital or the major people in that hospital should be ripped of their license. The doctor of that hospital should be ripped of his license. What if it was someone you knew? Lives don't matter to us at all. I was even thinking that, okay, maybe the police is stupid, that Nigeria is messed up. How would you ask for police reports? Only to find out that the government even ruled out this a long time ago, that nothing like this should happen. So should you even blame it on misinformation? Even if everyone in that hospital don't have the information that the government has passed the bill that police reports should be asked for in emergency cases. Even if some people don't know, at least one person should know. At least the owner of that hospital should know and should paste it in the hospital and should pass the information to everyone that works in the hospital. You know, I saw a particular show on TVC, and a particular lady was like, maybe we should blame it on misinformation. Things like this should go through every CMD, what would they call them? Chief Medical Director of every hospital. When things like this happen, pass the information to every one of them, and then the CMDs pass it to the rest of the staff. God, this is so sad. So sad. Our country is so backward. In other developed and sensible countries, even if this person even if this person happens to be a robber or a criminal, he will be treated. That criminal will be treated before being taken to court. They will make sure that that criminal is alive before being taken to court. Not to talk of someone who was just innocent and was just robbed. All man for himself in this Nigeria. All man for himself. You just have to. You're just the. Even if, okay, I heard that Femi Falana has taken out the case and would seek justice for Moradeun. But the truth is, Her life is gone. Her life is lost. Even if at the end of the day justice is being passed on the hospital, even if at the end of the day the robbers were found, even if at the end of the day the information is being passed, Moradeun is gone. The family of Balogun is shaking right now. You can only fight for justice for the future, so that things like this would happen again. It could be you, it could be me. Speaking right now is not to resurrect Moradeun again, of which if a miracle could happen that way, it would be so nice. But speaking up right now is not to add oh God. Speaking about this and protesting about this and fighting for this justice is for things like this to cease. And our governments are fighting for social media bill. When there are hospitals that shouldn't be called hospitals. When there are hospitals that shouldn't even be called care center. God help Moradeun's family. God help the Balogun's family. God help all our friends to be able to take it at this time. God help us in Nigeria. We are so backward. God help us. God help us.